I don't want to do either of those things.
Yeah, but if you had to, though. We set the scene, we have a choice. We must decide on the correct answer. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Amy-ish.
And this is If You Had To, though. And if you hadn't guessed, today's guest is Amy Lyne, all the way from Stafford, right? You live in Stafford. And you are a school technician.
Yes. I help all the little kids learn how to make things, as in food or wood or textiles, all that kind of jazz.
So you're like Neil Buchanan from Art Attack, but better.
Yeah.
Like you can do a bit more. You can do more of the cooking side. You can do more of the what's textiles involved, like making
sewing and things like that.
Yeah, so you can make jumpers.
Technically, yes.
But you don't teach the kids that.
No. Why would I want them to learn how to make their own clothes? That would be stupid. Ruin the textiles industry.
Exactly. Then they could fend for themselves, and then they'd leave.
Yeah. God, no, I don't want that.
So the premise of this show is that we create scenarios for each other, resulting in two possible outcomes. We discuss each outcome's pros and cons and decide definitively on the correct answer. And it has to be the correct answer.
Okay.
So
big pressure.
It is big pressure, but I think I've got, a professional from the industry who can teach kids all these things. So I think you can teach the podcasting world or the listeners out there on the internet the correct answer that we need for today's conundrum.
Okie doke, I will give it my best shot.
Not just your best shot, we're giving the correct answer.
Okay, correct.
Correct. Any other answer is incorrect. Whatever we come up with, people are going to follow this.
Like, it's the definitive answer to this question.
Yeah, we basically do this so other people don't have to think about it. Yeah, we give a service, basically. So people at home are like, the plane is crashing. Should I, A, jump out of it, or should I, B, stay inside and maybe everything will be fine? We tell them what the actual answer is, what the correct answer is, and then they know. And when they're in that situation, they can do that thing.
Okay, I'm good with that. That sounds good. Great. Let's get on this. Let's do this.
You're prepared. You're amped.
Prepared.
You're ready.
Ooh, yes. Pumped. Yeah.
So, Amy, this week you have committed a crime. A heinous, terrible crime.
Oh no. What have I done?
You crossed the street during a red light.
Oh no.
Amy, that's unforgivable.
How could I?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You tell me. Why? Why were you in such a rush?
Chickens. The chicken was crossing the road, and I needed to ask him why he crossed the road, because that's always bugged me. So I went for it, and yeah, got arrested. Totally did a crime.
And he was rushing away, this chicken, and you had to rush after him down the road.
Yeah. I needed to find out. I needed to find out why he crossed the road.
You probably didn't even notice that the light was red.
No.
So anxious were you to meet with this chicken?
Yeah. Elvis the chicken.
Elvis?
Yeah, he's got like puffy legs and all the feathers. He's got all the feathers, but all in the leg region and a little bit around his head. So So
what? So he's bald from like the face to chest?
No, just kind of chest out, like sleeker. He's sleek feathers, and then he poofs out.
Ah, so he's a cool chicken.
Yeah, he's like the cool dancing Elvis chicken.
He dances as well. Does he sing?
Yeah, totally. Got beautiful voice. Someone could say he's a king.
He's the king of chickens.
He's the Elvis king of chickens.
Does he do Elvis covers, or does he do his own stuff?
He only does Elvis covers when he has his little jacket on and guitar, and then he has the quiff as well, it's going on, and yeah.
That's pretty impressive. I would run a red light to try and meet with this chicken.
Exactly.
And try and find out why he crossed the road.
Everyone would run a red light to try and find the chicken, to try and ask him, Elvis, the king of chickens, why he crossed the road. He won't just cross the road for any reason.
Did you find out, or did you not catch up with him?
I kind of hit him.
You hit him?
Yeah. Well, I ran the red light and driving, and then I hit a chicken. Elvis, the king of chicken. He was okay. He was fine. He wasn't very happy, but he wouldn't talk to me then or sing.
See, I was imagining you ran this red light whilst you were on foot, but you were in a car. You hit this chicken with your car.
Yeah, slightly.
Slightly. This poor guy. His whole thing is that he goes up on stage every night and he plays songs for people, and you've broken his legs.
Only one.
Only one. Okay.
He can do it hopping, right?
Yeah. I mean, he can sit on a stool once he gets to the stage.
Exactly. He's fine. He'll just have to hop to the stage. It'll be fine. Totally.
I'm trying to think now of Elvis songs like with a chicken pun attached. What? Like, what are some Elvis songs?
Well, I would be going to the Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah. Jailhouse Cockerel.
Yeah, Jailhouse Cock.
Jailhouse Cock, yeah.
And also, he's going to have a lonesome night.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I pick Elvis? I don't know any Elvis. Anyway, carry on. Keep going with the scenario.
So you end up in court, obviously.
It's King of Chickens.
Yeah, you can't break Elvis, the King of Chickens' legs without ending up in court.
One leg?
Yeah. You broke his leg, but you still ended up in court.
Yeah, I think he probably sued me a little bit.
I mean, he's sitting in the stands with his wings crossed, just shaking his head at you. He's not happy.
Yeah.
And the judge is sitting there, and it's one of those cranky judges that you've got, unfortunately.
Okay.
Not one of the nice, happy judges. One of those cranky, old, crusty judges that's been working there for years.
Grumpy judge, like, had enough of everyone. Wanting to retire, annoyed he hasn't retired yet, I'm presuming.
He hasn't got enough money to retire, but he's given up on life, really, given up on himself. And yeah, he gets this court case in. This woman was speeding down the highway, ran a red light and broke a chicken's leg. He's like, oh, yeah, another one of those.
And he realised it was the King of Chickens, Elvis.
Yeah. I mean, it depends whether he's a Elvis chicken fan or not.
He could hate the music.
Yeah, maybe he's not too fond of music. What is this judge's name? We should probably give him a name.
McDougal.
McDougal. Did you get the Muck from like McDonald's or something, or is it just you just wanted to give him a nice? Did
I give him a Muck name because
name?
Yeah, because I'm thinking farmyards and there's muck in farmyards, so that makes sense in my brain for some reason.
Okay, so McDougal.
McDougal, who hates farms.
Oh, he hates farms as well.
Hates farms. Why not?
He looks down at you and he says, "Now, my darling, you seem to have run a red light. And not that I care about chickens. I do not care about chickens in the least. But running a red light, now that is a heinous crime. A heinous crime that I cannot condone. And I will have to punish you with 1 week in jail." And you think that's not too bad, 1 week in jail. But unfortunately, you offend the judge a little further. You see he's wearing one of those fake toupee things. It's like it's not real hair. You see it's a toupee, and you point this out to him, and he goes completely mad. He says, "No, 1 week in jail is too good for someone like you. I'm going to give you the implants."
What implants are these?
He clicks his fingers, and he says, "Bring out the implants." And brilliant clicking. And this guy comes out and he's holding a golden pillow with 2 implants on it. One implant's blue, the other implant's red. He says,
"Oh no."
Yeah, he says, "I'm going to give you the choice, girl. You either take the blue implant or the red implant, and you're going to have it in for the next 6 months."
Okay.
Now, the red implant, and he picks up the red implant and he shows it to you. And he says, "This implant is going to make you hear the exact same song on a loop over and over and over for the next 6 months, non-stop."
Okay. Can I hear anything else, or is it just that song? Can I hear anyone else talking to me?
Yeah, it's at a level where it's the same level as human speech, so you can hear everyone else around you, but it's never going to drown out the song in your head.
Is it like background song?
Sort of, but a little louder because it's playing in your brain constantly.
Right, okay.
And the song is "Hit Me Baby One More Time," the hit song by Britney Spears.
Oh, baby, how I found time now. I wasn't meant to run the red light. Oh, baby, I shouldn't have run that car. Doodle-doo. Through that red light, babe. Sorry.
Now, imagine that over and over again on a loop for the next 6 months.
Okay.
Or, he says, "Or I will give you this blue implant, and the blue implant will make you see the image of a builder's hairy butt crack for the next 6 months.
Even when I shut my eyes?
Even when you close your eyes to dream, it will still be there in your vision. You walk around, everywhere you go, you're seeing this image. Like, you can see things around it. It's like sort of semi-translucent. So you can see things through it, you can see people, you can talk to people still, but it's always there in your vision. So you've got this choice now, and the judge is offering it to you: red implant, blue implant.
Can I throw a curveball in this?
You can try. People have tried in the past to break my game.
So it's how long is it? It's a year.
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
What happens if I did 3 months with both of them in?
3 months with both of them in.
Yeah. Would that be a good curveball, or would that be a worse curveball? Probably be a worse curveball, but it'd be for a shorter amount of time.
A shorter amount of time, yeah. I mean, you can propose it to the judge if you want. We'd have to role play it.
Okay. I'm happy to role play it with the judge.
Okay, so...
Judge McDougal.
Yeah, Judge McDougal. We set the scene. There's the judge is sitting there. He's got his fake toupee on. You're sitting in the docks, looking up at him with your big puppy dog eyes, and he's offered you these 2 implants, and he says, "Which one do you choose?"
Excuse me. Fine, Judge.
Yes. Would you like to mention my hair? My luscious, luxurious hair?
Your luscious hair. But yes, your luscious hair. Let's go with that. What happens if I propose this alternative arrangement, which is I have both of them implanted in me for 3 months instead of the 6? Would that be acceptable to you? So twice the pain, but half the time.
Twice the pain. I do like the idea of twice the pain, but half the sentence. I don't know whether I could see my way to doing that. I'll give you a counter offer.
Okay.
Twice the pain.
Yep.
5 months.
Oh, now let me have a think about this good, kind, beautiful sir with a beautiful rug on the floor.
You like my rug?
Yeah.
I got that imported from Italy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why this voice is changing so much. I'm from very many places, you see.
Oh, okay. So do you travel around?
I travel around so much.
Oh, okay.
If you notice that my voice is changing, that's just because I'm well-travelled.
Okay.
And I'm quite the distinguished gentleman.
Where do you like to travel to, good sir?
Oh, every place. But I feel you are distracting me so that you will not get your punishment.
No comment. So
I think the answer is pretty much no. You can get it reduced by 1 month, but I don't think that's really worth it.
No, that's not worth it.
So would you, if you think about it, would you prefer to hear the same song, I think it's like a 3-minute song, over and over and over again for the next 6 months?
Well, how many 3 minutes in and 3 minutes? That's 20 times in an hour? That's 540 times a day-ish. Probably wrong a bit. That means... So, I'm trying to do mental arithmetic. That's a lot of minutes. That's a lot of songs. That's a lot of time. Also, knowing me, I'd probably find in it one part that I absolutely hate. And then I'd hear that every time, and every 3 minutes it'd be the same same song. Yeah. Can it be covered by different people?
It cannot. It is basically like they've put an MP3 in your head on repeat.
Just for Britney.
Just for Britney, yeah. And it doesn't matter, even if you love this song, it's your favourite song in the world, hearing the same song over and over, you're going to become sick of it by the end of the 6 months.
I think I've become sick of it by the end of the 6th day, but...
You think you'd last that long? I'm reckoning 6 hours.
You say that, and yet I've had songs stuck in my head for days on end, so I know I can last about 6 days, probably. But the but would impair my vision, which would mean it'd be harder for me to actually keep my job, because I've got to keep my job at the same time.
Yes, you're talking to students at school, you're seeing this hairy ass crack of a builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, in front of your face every single day, and it's distracting you from helping people out. But at the same time, hearing a song in your head constantly, you'd try and answer, like a student would say, "Oh, how do I nail this nail into a piece of wood?" And you would say, "Well, my loneliness, it's killing me." Exactly. I don't know. Because hairy butt crack.
Yeah. Hairy. Is it like a big butt, or is it a little butt? Like, is it big skinny? Is it hair? Like, is it big hairy? Is it ginger hair? Is it black hair? Like.
I mean, they pick the most buildery builder. You know, the kind of guy who he'll turn up at the job, he'll have 6 cups of coffee during his day, probably do about half hour's work.
He's good at chatting.
He's very good at chatting. He wants to be doing a good job, but he gets so enraptured in his chat and drinking his coffee or tea that he completely forgets what he was actually there to do. So I'm guessing he's sort of balding, but he's got, like I say, dark brown, dark black hair. So he's probably got a hairy, dark brown arse crack. Do you need to know the name of this guy? Will it help?
I think I need to know, 1, the name, and 2, like whether it's like, is it just an image or is it like a video image? Like it'll just be like the image of him walking around all day with a hairy butt, or is it just like an image of a hairy butt?
It's not a video clip. You don't see him wandering around the town. It will be a still image of Dave. His name is Dave.
Dave.
It will be a still image of Dave's hairy arse crack, the same image, and you will be seeing this for 6 months straight.
Oh, see, the music sounds like a better choice.
Do you think? Like, have you ever listened to a song on repeat more than a few times?
Yes, I have.
Have there been songs that you've been obsessed with?
Yes. Bare Naked Ladies, Another Postcard. Mm-hmm. That was what my ringtone was at uni. I used to drive everyone else bananas.
But not you? No,
I loved it. I still love it. And I had, what was it? The Narwhal song. Narwhals, swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion, because they are so awesome. I had that as my ringtone for 6 years after that. That's a long time.
That is a long time. I like that people are getting, with each guest you get something new, and with this we get musical numbers, which is great. I think the fans of the show are really going to enjoy all the musical numbers they're getting in this episode.
Okay, I'll try it. Yeah, I'm okay with the music. The music's all right.
Yeah.
Like, Rich could play guitar, have a harmonica somewhere. I can't play harmonica, but I like harmonicas.
We'll do an entire episode at one point that is just music based, and we'll rhyme every single thing that we say.
Oh, you've got to do that. That's going to be so cool if you do that.
Anyway, I think we're going a bit off topic.
Yes, sorry.
So
red pill is musical pill.
Yes.
And blue is
hairy arse crack pill.
Hairy arse pill. I think I'm going to go with the musical pill.
You would be happy listening to Hit Me Baby One More Time over and over every day for 6 months.
Well, I'm more likely to run a red light if I can't see properly.
Yeah.
Which means probably I get charged again. And I wouldn't be able to drive. They'd take my driving licence off me.
They would, yep. And I suppose with the music, you would always have music playing.
Yeah.
If you fancy a different type of music, you try and play it, it would be no good though, because you're still hearing this song in your head.
Unless I played along with it and just put like flourishes into it.
Yes. If you learnt an instrument at the same time...
Yes, I could put flourishes onto it. Like a didgeridoo or a bongo.
Yes, you would know this song so well that you could play along and you could add things. You could make this the best version of Hit Me Baby One More Time that's ever been.
Exactly. I can only see upsides, whereas butt face, not so much.
No, you don't. You don't want a butt in your face. I suppose, like if you're in a romantic situation, you go to kiss someone, and all you can see is this hairy butt crack. It's not a great thing.
Yeah, no, don't want that. Don't want that at all. No.
But then,
hit me baby one more time.
Let me just give you one last counterpoint, just in case you haven't thought of it. You go to bed.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. You think, I'm going to have a nice sleep.
Yeah.
All you can hear is Hit Me Baby One More Time over and over and over as you're trying to get to sleep.
That's fine. I listen to all sorts of music and random things as I go to sleep anyway, so that is not too bad. And also, after a while, it'll just become like my nightly routine. It'll just sink in. I'll just sink down into the bed and snuggle up and Hit Me Baby One More Time will keep playing and I'll just drift off. I've slept through the earthquake of 2006 or whatever it was. I can sleep through Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Well, there you go. I think everyone at home knows that if they're ever offered this opportunity by a crazy judge, what was his name? McDougal.
Especially if you've heard Elvis.
Yes.
Elvis the chicken.
I think you take this punishment, you take the hit me baby one more time punishment, and Elvis the chicken, he likes all of his blues and his slower songs, and he realizes that you're going to have to hear this poppy 90s song, and he thinks, whoa, that is punishment enough. He forgives you, shakes you by the hand with his wing, and says, think no more about it, baby.
Thank you. So why did you cross the road?
That is something that I cannot tell you, girl.
Okay. Keep in contact, Elvis the chicken. Keep in contact.
But if anyone at home knows why the chicken crossed the road, then we would love to know. And leave it in the comments.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I need to know. I need to know.
I think at this stage of the podcast, it's imperative that we find out.
Yeah. I have a scenario for you. You are a bit bored and you want to do something new. So you go to an airport.
When I'm bored, the first thing I always do is go to an airport.
You're a bit bored and you need to like shake your life up a bit. Go off and do something different. And you've got two options. Option one is you get on a flight to a random part of the world and you have to live there for 2 years.
Okay, and this is all but just because I'm bored.
Yeah, just because you're bored. You got bored, you've got all the money that you need to do this and financial things to do the trip or whatever, and the place you end up is Iceland.
Okay.
But like the cold bit of Iceland, no, not Iceland, Antarctica. You end up in Antarctica. Really, really cold, and you don't quite really know what you're doing, and you're just kind of in a little sciencey boothy place. You can either end up there, or you can accidentally get onto a shuttlecraft and end up on a different planet with another civilization.
Now, is this accidentally in air quotes?
Yes.
You say accidentally, but I pretend to. Sorry, I've stumbled into your aircraft just as it's taking off.
Yeah. So I'm presuming, which one would you like to go with? Because you can go either scenario and I can do another scenario off that.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we've got double scenarios here.
We've got double scenarios going on.
Do you know what you've done, Amy? You've made a choose your own adventure book.
Yes, I have, but as a podcast.
As a podcast. See, that's what we should do instead. We should just invent a choose your own adventure podcast. That'll be the next thing. After this, after If You Had To Though is finished, we'll do a choose your own adventure podcast. I can either go stumble, in air quotes, onto a spaceship and go to a random planet. Or
with another civilization where there's other people, other beings where you can interact and all that. Yeah. Or you could accidentally end up in Antarctica with all the sciencey people doing sciencey things with all the penguins and polar bears.
See, I do like penguins and polar bears.
But there's no guarantee you can get back from the alien planet.
Yeah.
But you would definitely be able to get back from Antarctica, but it will take 2 years to get back.
Now, as people who listen to the podcast will know, I have a scientific mind. And I like to discover things. So the prospect of going to another planet sounds very interesting. But the fact that I can't come back is a big downside. I like my home comforts.
You might be able to find a way to come back, though. You might be able to discover some weird technology to make you come back. Yeah. But it's not guaranteed.
They might have teleporters, they might have tractor beams that can just beam me straight back to my house. But it's not guaranteed at all.
No.
See, I like my home comforts. I like to just sit back at the end of an evening, have a beer, watch TV. If I couldn't have that at all, then I don't know if I could go for that.
Well, they might have that, but they might have their own version of that on another planet.
Yeah, there's the might, though, isn't there? I could end up in a planet where they're all giant cockroaches who want to eat my flesh.
Exactly.
And I don't know if I could see my way to going there. Whereas if I go to Antarctica, it'll be cold, it'll be horrible. The plus side, I see polar bears and penguins, which is great.
Is it polar bears or penguins, or is it just penguins? Penguins, Antarctica is the South Pole. They don't have polar bears there, do they? No, they don't. They're
just promised me polar bears, and now you're taking them away.
Fine. I will ship a polar bear in just for you.
So I end up in Antarctica, and a box carried by a helicopter flies over and just drops, and a polar bear explodes out of a crate, like in a video game. Okay.
Yeah. He's a very friendly polar bear. He doesn't want to eat you. He just wants to eat all the penguins because he's never seen them all, and he's just like, ooh, those look tasty. But he's not going to eat you.
Everyone likes a penguin.
Unless he eats all the penguins.
Ah. Would I mess up the ecosystem by getting this polar bear delivered?
Well, it might mean that the polar bears survive. Because they are all dying out, aren't they?
Well, to save polar bears and to move the story along, I'm going to go for Antarctica.
Okay, so you get to Antarctica.
Yes.
You spend 2 years there.
Mm-hmm.
Researching. There's no planes going because, like, global crisis, and they decide not to do planes anymore.
Yeah.
And then you end up getting a boat.
Okay.
Now, this boat ends up crashing.
Always the way.
Yeah, always away. And you end up in Atlantis.
The city of Atlantis. The
The
lost
city of
city of Atlantis.
The lost city of Atlantis. You discover the lost city of Atlantis.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
glad I went to Antarctica now. Continue, please.
Yeah. So you're trying to get home, and you can either stay and study and find out more things in Antarctica, in Atlantis, or you can try and get home. Like, what would you like to do first? Like, would you like to stay and study, or would you like to try and get home?
I mean, is this the end of the scenario, or is this just another?
No. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Okay.
A little bit.
You're changing up the podcast. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, just a bit.
So I can either stay and study this amazing new city of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Didn't DreamWorks do a 2D film?
Yes.
What was that called? Was it just called The Lost City of Atlantis?
I think it might have been called The Lost City.
Okay, so and that was amazing. From if it's the film I'm thinking of, that was amazing, and a great, lovely place to spend the rest of my life. But again, I have to say to you,
you can like study for a bit, and then you could always go home afterwards if you wanted to. But if you got like settled in and you're happy, you could always stay.
what's the furniture like in Atlantis?
Well, it's a little bit fossilized, a little bit, because it's been down there for a little while. But they've got like some nice mahogany going on, because like all the ships that have been wrecked, they get all their furniture that've been on the ships.
Yeah.
So they've got like a mixture throughout all the years. So they've got like a mixture of like really early stuff all the way up to like modern furniture, and then like also like really big like steely stuff from like military ships and all those kind of jazz. So like you've got a good mixture.
Do I get cushions?
Yes, you will get cushions. They have that, like it's Atlantis. They have their own materials.
Okay. Yeah, they probably like make a puffer fish into a blanket.
Yeah, stitch them together. Like they go out really big, so you can like chop them up and like spread them out and like puffer fish blanket. It's normal there. It's normal to have that.
I mean, I don't agree with the animal cruelty here, but a nice soft blanket, you can't disagree with that.
Well, it's when it's old and it's about to die and it's like its last wish. And they're like the pufferfish blanket culture is like, when I die, I want to be a blanket.
Yeah, all pufferfish. This is the first fact of the episode. We haven't had a fact yet, but the first fact of the episode is every pufferfish in the world wants to be a blanket when it dies.
Yeah.
And its deepest wish and dream is to be stitched together with every other pufferfish to make a beautiful soft blanket for people in Atlantis.
Exactly, you've got it exactly right.
So going back to the fact that I'm in Atlantis and I can study for a few years and then I can head home, I think with my curious mind, I would stay in Atlantis and try and uncover the secrets and see what they have to offer there, because it sounds like a new, exciting place.
So, my last scenario for you is, while you're studying,
yes,
you discover how the city of Atlantis sank beneath the waves.
Okay.
And you've also discovered that they can do this to other cultures and other places throughout the world.
They can sink them, or they can make...
They can sink them,
okay.
and they can potentially either keep them alive or kill them all.
Okay.
Now, you have the option of which countries would you, A, want to sink, and B, want to survive. Which continents would you like to survive the process?
Okay, so I'm given the option...
You've given the option to... You can sink British Isles...
Yeah.
Or Japan. Like, they're already, like, destined to, like, sink anyway because of global warming and all that. So you have the option of either sinking and drowning England and saving Japan, or you can sink Japan and save England. What would you go with?
And when I sink these continents, eventually, hundreds of years later... they are going to become thriving cities under the sea.
Yes.
Ah, I see. And this is my final scenario now. This is
your final scenario. All the people who you actually like have all miraculously gone on holiday to France or Norway for the summer. So all the people,
everyone I know,
everyone you know,
every
and
single person that I know and like has either gone to Norway or France.
Yes,
just those two places.
Yes, so you can either save the culture of England and Wales and Scotland and probably a bit of Ireland, or you can save the culture of Japan.
Now, okay, the UK. I live here. I've grown up here.
Yeah.
It has been my home my entire life. I've barely gone anywhere else.
Yeah.
I like the place. It's a nice place. But do we have anything worth saving, really?
I don't know. It's all your choice. Like, Industrial Revolution happened here. A lot of things that you know about have just happened in these isles.
I mean, we've got Wales, Ireland, Scotland, 3 nice places. I mean, Wales is a lovely place to visit.
6 nations would be cut in half. 3 nations.
But also, we are now an independent country.
Yeah.
We are not connected to anyone else.
No.
Would any other country really care or miss us if we were gone?
Well, thing is think of the fallout afterwards, because Europe would be like, well, the reason why they sank is because they left the European Union and then no one else wanted to leave the European Union. So they could, like, spin it that way. And,
it would enforce that, yes.
Yeah. And then also it'd just be like, well, they've not done great, and look, they've just sunk. Like, we don't know why they've done that. They've just randomly sank through. Giant sinkhole came and killed them all.
Swallowed everyone up.
Yeah.
But also then, under the sea, over all these years, it's building into this magical metropolis. Would England and Wales and Scotland and Ireland, would that be a nice undersea fun experience if someone were to discover that one day and want to explore it? What would that be like? I mean, you've got Stonehenge under the sea then. What other monuments are there in the UK?
Shrubber Hall, which is near where I live, which is Stafford. You've got the Glens up in Scotland. You've got Snowdonia in Wales.
Yeah.
Ben Nevis.
Loch Ness.
Loch Ness. It would be...
Where's that giant naked guy etched out in white?
Isle of Man? Is that Isle of Man? No, I've got Isle of Man. Where would it be? I can't remember. I know exactly what you mean. The one with the big giant tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's kind of standing sideways, and it makes no sense to how his face is, and yeah. Yeah,
it's like someone back in the olden days wanted to make a cartoon, but they didn't know how, so they just used a lawnmower to make a giant naked man.
Yeah. And then they just kind of did it a bit too far and went into the chalk. If it's chalk, would that mean that it's Dover?
Maybe it's Dover.
Maybe.
Fact for the episode: the giant dong man lives in Dover.
Totally, he definitely lives in Dover.
Okay. So I just want to go for the other scenario here. So
remember, the other scenario is the other country sinks, dies. So each country's going to sink anyway. But it's if one survives, the other one dies, and if the one dies, the other one survives.
Yes. So if England survived and Japan sunk. Now, Japan, that is a nation that at the moment we get all our anime from. Yeah. Now, who isn't a massive fan of anime?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Godzilla would go.
Godzilla would go.
Yeah, Godzilla wouldn't be. There would be no point to Godzilla because...
No, all the kaijus would just disappear.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
No, not good.
The Japanese have a great work ethic.
Mm-hmm. A bit too sometimes.
A bit too much, yeah. But they get things done. Yeah. They make great anime, they make great films. They are a interesting country, very different to the rest of the world, I will admit.
Great food.
Amazing food. Imagine Japan sinks, we're not going to have...
They don't make sushi, they make pumpkin karaoke, which is one of my favourite things ever. They also have ramen. Udon,
amazing.
Ramen. Yeah, ramen would go. Pork cutlets would go. Lots of tasty food would go from Japan.
My favourite dessert would disappear entirely. Mochi.
Oh, yeah, mochi would disappear. Mochi would go.
If no one at home, I don't know if anyone at home has ever eaten mochi before, but it is the tastiest dessert you will ever eat in your life.
Yes.
Am I going overboard there?
No.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah, I love mochi balls are amazing. How would you describe them?
I'm not sure because they're sort of like... Right,
I know what they are. They're ice cream.
Yeah.
In a really, gelatinous batter, but firm.
Yeah, I mean the batter is made of rice, but it doesn't taste anything like rice.
It's made of rice flour and water, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like
a sort of more chewy marshmallow.
Like a gum more than anything else, like a gummy bear.
Yeah. It's interesting trying to describe a mochi to someone who's never had a mochi ball.
Oh, it's so good though. I want to make mochi balls. I've found a recipe for it. That's up there with things I want to try.
So yeah, the Japanese culture disappears and all the anime goes, all the great food goes. The UK are going to be pissed off. They're not going to be happy because we like Japanese food over here. Well, a lot of us do anyway.
They're not going to be there. They're going to be sinking and they're drowning.
Yeah.
So one culture will survive or one culture won't. Which culture would you like to save? Remember, all the people you like in the UK are safe in Norway and France.
Yeah, so all of my family and friends, they're living it up in Norway. They're having fun in France. They're eating frog's legs. They're eating snails. They're having the time of their life.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't know any facts about Norway, so I can't say what the other family are doing in Norway.
All I know is that there's the most tasteful mackies I've ever seen in Norway. Like, it's like, inside, it's tacky as hell. But outside, it's like in a really nice, beautiful building. And it's like part of the thing that they had was you can't change the outside of the building apart from putting a sign up, and you're not allowed to use any colours. You have to use black and white. So it's got like, it's really cool and pretty.
It's like a noir sort of.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then you go inside and it's tacky.
So the other half of my family are over there.
Yeah, in Mackey's.
In Mackey's.
Sorry. I don't know why that really tickled me.
So I think the biggest loss will be, like, there will be no loss to Japan if England goes under.
No.
They won't give a shit whatsoever. But if Japan goes under, there will be a lot of people in England who will be upset. So I would rather kill everyone in my country, kill everyone in England, apart from obviously my family and friends, which have very thankfully sailed off to France and Norway. I would rather kill everyone here, destroy the UK, send it underwater, and have Japan thrive, make more anime, make more great food, and have just their interesting, weird Tokyo culture. And then I can go down and explore the UK in years to come and see what it's become, what kind of weird underwater metropolis it's turned into.
Stonehenge underwater.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Also, the I wonder if, like, the guy with the big dong, like, whether that would, like, get coral in certain places.
Oh, definitely at the tip, yeah.
Yeah. St. Paul's Cathedral would be underwater as well.
Definitely. I mean, all the churches, they're all pretty battered and beaten up now. But underwater, they're going to look like magnificent sculptures. They're going to have all the coral. They're going to have all the plant life growing on it. They're going to look amazing. Because I don't think I know Japan's good with temples and places of worship, but they don't have these big churches, these big structures, these sorts of things. And I think underwater, the UK's stuff, like in the UK, everything's kind of grey and boring looking, but you sink it underwater and it gets the coral, it gets the colour, it gets everything. Imagine Little Mermaid, but the UK underwater. Perfect.
Yeah, I like it. I like that idea.
Yeah.
So you've picked. Save Japan.
Yeah.
Screw over England.
Yeah.
And Britain and Scotland and Wales and
Unfortunately, Wales has got to go too. I love Wales, but it's got to go under.
The loss of all the different accents.
So I'm definitely going to sink Japan. No, I'm definitely going to sink the UK, save Japan,
But you'll get a shuttle service from Atlantis to Japan.
So I can go and visit any time I want.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to spend out the rest of my life, I guess, researching different underwater countries. Yeah,
you can do that, or you could always go back to Europe and try and find the rest of your family. Like, that's another option. But
yeah, I mean, I've just got to travel around France and Norway, and hopefully eventually I'll find one of my family.
Yeah. You still have your phone. So you'll have all their numbers.
So
Like, they've gone on a holiday.
Yeah, so my entire life's been changed.
Yeah.
Your next 6 months has been changed slightly.
Yeah.
So you're going to be listening to Britney Spears' Hit Me Baby One More Time for the next 6 months.
But I'll be drowned underwater. Oh, no, I won't. I'll be in Norway.
Yeah, you're one of my friends. I'll let you be in Norway.
Oh, okay. I'll settle in Norway. You'll come find me by the weird Mackies.
Yes, the weird Mackies. I'll come find you there. I'll know the place because it'll be incredibly elaborate outside and then it'll be a shithole inside.
Exactly. I'll be like next door to it.
And I'll come and meet you and I'll say, damn, I've had a hell of a 6 months. And your brain thing will have just finished.
Yeah.
You'll have just been released from Hit Me Baby One More Time and you can hear everything crystal clear yet again.
And I'll just be like, what? Oh my god, how are you? And then we'll start chatting and then you'll get a guitar out and then I'll be like, anything but Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Anything but that.
Anything but that.
I'll play a nice acoustic cover and then we pan out through the window, up into the sky, up into space, and then the title screen says The End.
And then it'll come back out from the theatre and it'll be like the people from the other unit, like other planet that you didn't go to, would be like, well, that was an interesting film.
Yeah, wasn't bad, was it? Maybe I'll see it again. It was a bit of a weird ending, but, you know.
Yeah. Did you like the journey you went on?
That was an interesting... Well, we both went on quite an interesting journey and we ended up in a Mackie D's.
Best place to end a journey.
So we've come up with the correct answers for both of these questions.
Yeah.
And if anyone out there disagrees with anything we've said today, then they can let us know in the comments.
Yeah, and definitely.
And if they enjoyed the episode, then please subscribe to the podcast on Patreon. And you can find that at patreon.com/ifyouhadtothough. You can find the latest episodes and there's more being posted up all the time. You can follow me on Twitter at Kyle M. Bennett. That's Kyle_M_Bennett with 2 N's and 2 T's. Is there anywhere people can follow you if you want them to?
Just around. I'm just about town.
If you want to follow Amy, she's in town.
I'm in Stafford. Come find me. Like, stalk me a bit. Actually, don't stalk me a bit. Like, send me a message. Somehow.
She's in the country somewhere. Just wander around. Maybe you'll find her. Maybe you won't.
I might be in Norway.
Yeah, she's probably in Norway, hanging out in a Mackie's.
Yeah, come find me.
Yeah, that's a challenge to every one of our viewers out there. Go find Amy. Yeah. So this has been If You Had To, though. I've been Kyle.
I've been Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.